Welcome to another edition of DCC Wrestling. Today we are doing an AEW Full Gear card predictions for 2022. Just like to say thanks for the people who actually watch the videos and people who actually leave comments. Thanks. You don't have to give us no inch of your time, so we greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, we're gonna start this shit off, bro. I want to start at the cusp, but
all right. First of all, make sure if you enjoy the content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe down below. Comment what your predictions is. We are going to be recording this at the date of AEW Full Gear 2022. So hopefully this is up by the time the pay-per-view start or before. So let us know down below.
Literally within like 3 hours of the show.
Hopefully, that's the hope. And we're going to start it off with the 0 hour kickoff match. Now, as of right now, there's only, in terms of me just looking it up, has been only one match announced. And that is the AEW World Title Eliminator match, semi-final match between Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. Now, knowing AEW, that might not be the only match on the 0 hour pre-show. So, if they announce anything else, we don't know. We're just going to go based off what we have written down and the match cards that has been listed. So, this feud is pretty much piggybacking on what they did last year.
I don't think it's any like a feud. Pretty much. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, obviously they would play a part of that for it being a match, but I think it just. I mean, you can't really call it a feud because
I ain't saying it's a feud.
I guess they just playing upon a history. I mean, I wouldn't say
that's the only thing that links the match for real. They both.
Yeah, I mean, because Brian Cage wasn't even on TV for like better part of almost a year. So.
Yeah, I mean, he just recently re-debuted on Grand Slam in that Battle Royal, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, these two dudes were in team task together. They both have held the FTW championship at a point in time. Mm-hmm. I think Brian Cage dropped it to Ricky Starks, and then Ricky Starks dropped it to Hook. Mm-hmm. So they all connect there, right?
Yeah.
Ricky Starks, what? He was injured before the tournament or something?
No, I think his first round match, I think he was injured. He just wasn't cleared to compete, so that's why they waited to do the match with
Rampage.
Right? Rampage, what, this week?
Yeah,
yesterday. This past week. So that's why this match is, as opposed to just being on the main card and it being Ethan Page and Ricky Starks. I'm assuming, I mean, usually the last year we got the finals last year on the pay-per-view main card too, but I'm assuming this would have been on the main card if Ricky Starks probably didn't get hurt because, I mean, let me see. Originally, they were slated, last week, I think? Last week, and then you probably would have had the two semifinals, which, would have probably happened this week, and then maybe the finals on the pay-per-view. So, if Ricky Starks was cleared, we probably would be getting Ricky Starks and Ethan Page, which is Ricky Starks is my prediction for this match. Brian Cage shouldn't be nowhere near the world title.
Hold on.
As of right now, as of standing as today, I don't think he should be. I mean, it's time to start building some younger faces. We don't always need the big macho guys in the world title picture. Right. I think this year should go to Absolute. When we'll get later on into the prediction, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But
okay, so you predicted Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you.
It shouldn't be no other choice. I mean, I get you, but I'm just saying we agree on that. It shouldn't be no. It just don't make sense.
Okay. Let me drop my explanation. Okay. So I agree with you that Ricky Starks should win this match. I'm picking Ricky Starks too, but what you just said about Brian Cage should be nowhere near the world title, I believe that's kind of false. He has the look, he has the ability, he's pretty good in the ring. So it's just the point of Tony Khan not using him and just wasting his talent.
I don't think he has charisma. Like
how many superstars do though?
What you mean in the world title picture? I think all of them. When you want to agree with that? I mean, Kenny Omega. I mean, Hangman.
I ain't talking about them specifically. I'm just
talking about they all got some form of charisma. That's what I'm saying. Like they don't. I mean, the best thing to do with somebody like Brian Cage is put him with a manager. But it does just take Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, for example. This is probably just getting off tangent, but Brock Lesnar is a monster, right? Like Brian Cage, right? But
I wouldn't compare it.
I'm just saying. I mean, we talking about the look and everything. I mean, they look like monsters, right? They look like fucking superheroes. You give Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and you give Brian Cage Taz. Brian Cage still is gonna have to. There's gonna have to come a time where he's gonna have to draw people into the building. You know what I'm saying? Just based on him talking. You wouldn't agree? Like I mean, but Brock can pretty much. I mean, Paul Heyman did all the legwork, but Brock got the capability to pick up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Brian Cage got that in him. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's evident with the Cowboy Brock shit. I'm not saying that. I'm just disputing the fact that you just said he shouldn't be nowhere near world title. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I agree with you almost everything, but I can't subscribe to the notion that he should be kept away from the world title. I'm not going to agree with that. So I think he has the ability, and he has the ring. He has the ring awareness, and he's good in the ring. He has a great look to be a world champion. And you don't have to be charisma. You don't have to have charisma to be a world champion. That's all I'm saying. But I agree with you. We both picking Ricky Starks. There's Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus inside of a steel cage. Now, I like the looks of AEW steel cage. I think their steel cages are pretty dope. They're better than WWE's to me.
Mm-hmm.
But this feud is really to piggyback off Jungle Boy and Christian, since Christian is hurt. And he has a few more months to come back and to be clear from injury, pretty much. So it's two former tag team partners, two former tag team champions, two best friends, finally facing off in a steel cage match. I think it's only one option who should win here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Luchasaurus wins. But I'm gonna take Jungle Boy too.
I think I'm gonna take Luchasaurus.
You take Luchasaurus?
Just because I mean, in order to stretch this out. You gotta do a couple more. I would say let Luchasaurus get the win tonight, right? And then have Luchas. I mean, keep having, because you can still tell the David versus Goliath story. You keep telling it. And this is the perfect place for Jungle Boy to lose, in my opinion. Just because you basically can have the monster just destroy him in the, you know what I'm saying, like how the monster destroy him in the cage, but you can still have Jungle Boy look strong because he fighting from behind, but. With the obstacle of the cage and the obstacle of Luchasaurus, if you want to keep building him as a big monster, this would be a way just to take him out. You know what I mean? Like maybe he puts Jungle Boy out. I doubt it, but maybe being in the cage and he does something.
Like choke slam through the ring.
I don't know. I mean, but I'm saying like you can. I mean, but if Christian is a long ways away from coming back, you can do something here in this match to put Jungle Boy on the shelf per se. And keep building Luchasaurus up. I mean,
I agree with that. I mean,
so I wouldn't. I mean, I would pick Luchasaurus. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Jungle Boy win because it's like I ain't gonna say like the more predictable part of the match. But I mean, I would if I was booking it, I would probably put Luchasaurus over here. I mean, just so you can because you can keep putting stipulation matches together against these two, and then ultimately build that up more, and then ultimately keep getting heat on Luchasaurus in the process, and ultimately get Jungle Boy over that obstacle, and then maybe after that he gets over the obstacle, Christian is clear. You know what I'm
saying? Okay, I agree. I mean, if that's one way that would be one way I would book it, were to Luchasaurus were to destroy Jungle Boy and do like choke slam through the ring or some shit, like injure him, like fuck him up.
Yeah,
and then put him on the shelf for a while. That's the only way I can see Luchasaurus.
A spot. I mean, I know it's a dangerous spot, but I mean, I wouldn't do that just because I mean they ain't gonna be in the. You know, you got other matches to go on. I don't end up telling how that's. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that would be something dangerous. That would be something like to do on the main event of Dynamite or some shit. You know what I mean? But like it may be kind of dangerous. But like what I would do, I mean, they already do dangerous shit in AEW anyway. But what I would do is something like maybe they get on top of the cage, Luchasaurus choke slams him on a bunch of tables or something ringside. That'd be pretty like the announcers table where they are. I mean it's dangerous, a dangerous spot, but
I don't want to fucking murder him.
I don't think. I mean, you can do it a way where you can pad underneath the table, like put a cloth on top of. I mean, they already got a cloth on top of it. It's just a wooden table, and then pad it. Put a big pad down there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
WWE does the same thing.
I mean, they did it last time. It didn't work. What's that? Blood and guts. I mean, everybody ripped them, but it's fine. I mean, it's fine.
I'm just saying that'd be a way to keep it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like I mean I like the idea of them putting them through the ring, but I'm just saying like. If they're gonna happen early on, you still gonna have 7 matches behind that. You know, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't
that'd be a good way to think. That'd be a good way to do it. But you ain't gonna be able to get that ring together that quick.
I don't think this gonna be the opener though. I think the
I mean, but it ain't gonna be the closer either, so it's gonna be in between it. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I get
you won't want to destroy the ring, and
I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm gonna still take Jungle Boy, but I can see. I wouldn't be surprised if Luchasaurus win, so you can have momentum with him, and have Jungle Boy off the shelf or on the shelf, and then do something with Luchasaurus, either TNT Championship contention, something. But I'll take Jungle Boy just for the sake of it. You got Luchasaurus?
Yeah, Luchasaurus all day.
Okay, so next match we got is the TBS Championship match. The champion Jade Cargill and the supposed champion Nyla Rose. Now, this happened. What, Battle of the Belts?
That's what I'm assuming.
I don't know.
I mean, excuse me for the history, but I didn't really watch Battle of the Belts. I think none of the Battle of the Belts shows are any good, to be honest with you. But I think it did happen because, like, I think Jade Cargill was defending the TBS title on Battle of the Belts. I'm not sure. I didn't watch it.
Don't get to me. Don't get me to tell it, 'cause I don't fucking know. All I know
it's just my recollection of it. I don't remember. But then suddenly Nyla Rose pops up with the TBS Championship, and then they start with a feud.
Okay, so the only thing I remember of that whole ordeal is when that clip of Nyla Rose taking the championship and running through the fucking crowd. That's the only thing I remember from that show, pretty much. So.
Is that the Battle of the Bell show?
Huh?
Is that the Battle of the Bell show?
I guess so. I don't fucking know.
All right, then that's probably where it happened then.
I mean, there's just that clip. That's the only thing I remember that started this.
That's probably what happened. Battle of the Bells. That's probably what happened.
And then we got the match with The Problem, Marina Shafir and Jade Cargill. Like 2 weeks ago. I didn't watch the match.
It shouldn't have been on TV.
Not really. I'm not really that big of a fan of Marina Shafir. I mean, she had potential, but not really that big of a fan. But anyway,
I think Nyla Rose has been carrying this little program, though. To be honest with you, I mean, Jay oozes charisma, but Nyla Rose been. I mean, some of the stuff that they've been doing, like I wasn't a big fan of when the Marina Shafir match, they were doing commentary on the stage. But other than that, I mean, I think Nyla Rose funny enough to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, she is, but just sometimes the shit with her and Vicky just get annoying.
Yeah. But I'm saying like Jay really ain't really that good on the mic. You know what I mean? I ain't saying Nyla Rose she decent, but I ain't saying Nyla Rose is either. But I did think I did like some little stuff Nyla Rose did on. I mean, I feel like she did kind of carry it. You know what I'm saying? Just with the little skits or whatever they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
But anyways,
I'm gonna take.
There's only one option in this match.
I'm gonna take Cargill.
You know, it don't even make sense. I ain't gotta say it. You already said it. Nyla Rose, only person need to take the TBS Championship from Jade Cargill. We'll be getting to that here shortly.
Me personally, I don't think it's the person everybody should.
Right,
everybody who should take it off. I don't think that.
We'll get there.
I would have loved for Statlander to take it off her, but
who would you put it on?
Statlander.
I mean, we ain't got Statlander. I'm saying, you say if you think the person that everybody else think is the one that's gonna take it, who would you put it on? I mean, she done beat everybody.
I just had Jade keep it at that point. An interim championship match with the champ Tony Storm defending against Jamie Hayter. Mm-hmm. We both like Hayter, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is my problem with AEW when they do pay-per-views like this. They kind of giving me them WrestleMania vibes to where they gotta put everybody on the show just for the sake of putting them on the show. Literally last week, this match just after Tony Storm won the match, Jamie Hayter came out there and we have a match with them two at Full Gear.
What do you mean, this past week?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't this past week. They've been building it for like 2 weeks now. 2-3 weeks. Yeah. I guess. I think ever since before even the tag team.
You sure?
I'm positive.
So what did Tony Storm do this past week?
She had a 1-on-1 match, and then Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker came out.
No, Britt Baker had a promo. Britt Baker wasn't with them. It was just Jamie Hayter.
No, Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter did come out. They did, I promise.
Oh, well, I guess.
Britt Baker was throwing up horns in the background.
From what I've seen,
and they had a face off.
From what I've seen, Tony Storm won a match and Jamie Hayter came out, and then we have a match between the two at Full Gear. We both taking Tony Storm. Okay. So, next matchup, we have the TNT Championship match with the champion, Wardlow, defending the championship against Powerhouse Hobbs and the Ring of Honor TV champ, Samoa Joe. Now, Wardlow got this belt. He beat Scorpio Sky a couple months back.
Back in July.
Where he was at his peak. He was literally here.
Coming off Double or Nothing.
Coming off smashing MJF for what, 10 or 11 power bombs, right?
Yeah.
The hottest thing during the whole not the whole summer, but pretty much
the summer.
leading up to the summer.
Yeah, he was the hottest thing.
And then he gets the belt. They don't put him in the Battle Royal. And his reasoning was very, very stupid to where he wanted to beat CM Punk when he's healthy. But why would you want to be in the Battle Royal to challenge for the world? Why would you want 2 championships? That just made him look like a damn goofball, if you think about it.
Yeah, and then him coming back saying later on before Samoa Joe turns on him, he wanted to go after every title. So he's gonna say that back in July, but change his mind three or so months later, and saying he wants every title in the company. Meanwhile, he's a TNT champion. So technically, he wanted 2 belts. They should have just not put him in the match and just have him.
It's been literally a 180 from leading up to the summer to ending the year for Wardlow.
Yeah, but that's on Tony Khan.
Yeah, that's on Tony Khan, but his run as a TNT champ has been terrible.
Yeah, he
teamed up with FTR and All Out. Other than that, he ain't really had shit to do. Nothing.
Yeah. So he might have had what 3 defense? I don't know. I think it may be 3 defenses, something like that.
I don't know. And he's going into Full Gear. He's taking on Powerhouse Hobbs, who beat Ricky Starks at All Out and lost to him at Grand Slam. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, it's kept like a legit monster. And then we don't even have to talk about Samoa Joe. Everybody knows what Samoa Joe brings. Mm-hmm. So there's no need to talk about Samoa Joe there. Samoa Joe is in the position he should be, which is a heel. And we're getting the best version of Samoa Joe.
I think this gonna set up them and Wardlow and Joe for the Ring of Honor title.
If so, it is what it is.
So, with that being said, I'm going with Powerhouse.
I'm gonna go Powerhouse too. But next up, we have Sting and Darby Allin taking on the team of Jay Lethal and what do you call this? The Last Outlaw?
I guess.
Double J.
You talking about don't need to be on the card.
Jeff Jarrett.
This does not need to be on the card. But we love Darby Allin, so and Sting, and I love Jay Lethal. Jeff Jarrett just need to get off my TV screen.
Oh, hold on now. Come on. Let's get serious on this.
Come on, this is a new product. This isn't 1990, 96, 97.
But I mean, it's not like he's going to stay on. If he stay on the TV, it's a bad thing. But he's
taking a spot from somebody else on the roster, on the card. I mean, this is the same thing people talk about WWE about putting old heads on TV.
No, not necessarily. It just he debuted by hitting Darby with the guitar. Yes, so Darby went to go get his dad Sting to go handle Jeff Jarrett. So they're gonna handle him and Lethal together in a tag team match. That's just what this is.
I mean that's what it is. But did it really need to be on the pay-per-view?
Do you not want Sting on the pay-per-view?
I mean, it's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm just saying, but did it really need to be on the card though?
Yeah, because you cannot not put Sting on Full Gear. You can not
they've
not put.
They've done it in the past. I mean, this is the most easily Dynamite match I've seen. Like,
you need to stop.
I mean, seriously. Like, to be honest,
you would rather take this match off, but leave Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter on it.
Yeah, it's for the World Championship.
Right.
Why not?
All right. I'm gonna take Sting and Darby.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. I think so.
The disrespect.
It is.
Sting,
I love we love Sting and Darby. It's not nothing against them. I'm just saying.
Sting entertained you when you was like this. He literally entertained. You had his bed sheets, literally, pillowcase and everything. Mm-hmm. You remember that? Mm-hmm. He entertained you when you was a young man, going to first grade, kindergarten. Mm-hmm. And the disrespect you just displayed on.
This is not disrespect to Sting. This is just disrespect to the booking.
You don't wash your mind. So we have the Ring of Honor Championship match. This is what I think will open the show. Just me. That's just me. We have the champion Chris Jericho defending the championship against the former champion Claudio Castagnoli, another member of the JAS, Sammy Guevara, and Bryan Danielson. Now, they had a tag team match, right? This past week, right? Mm-hmm. Great match. And a week before that was a 2 out of 3 falls match between Bryan and Sammy Guevara, which was a great match, right? Then we had Jericho versus Claudio, at Grand Slam, which was a pretty good match, right? So you put all 4 of these guys in the ring together, you should be able to get a great match, right? That's what we are expecting. That's what I expect too. I think Chris Jericho retains here. Would you say he do?
Yeah, I mean, because I think they're getting ready for Final Battle in a couple weeks.
That too, and just like
Yeah,
I think they're going to try to get
I think
that
Jericho,
familiar factor with Jericho being a champ, like casual people.
yeah,
You see Jericho as the champ,
yeah,
and then you're like, okay, Jericho's on Ring of Honor, so now we know what Ring of Honor
they're
is.
getting ready for the launch of Ring of Honor, I think in the new year. So I would keep the belt on Jericho.
All right, now next match we've actually seen the match, like literally been there.
Yeah, we was there.
We have the Acclaim, the AEW Tag Team Championship match between the champions, the Acclaimed, taking on Swerve and Our Glory. Swerve and Our Glory, Keith Lee, and Swerve Strickland. Now, we was at All Out.
Mm-hmm.
We was in the atmosphere of that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, from tip bell to end, everybody was stood up. Like, literally. Besides people who was either drunk, passed out, next to us.
Mm-hmm.
Was literally on their feet the entire time. That's how they were for the last 2 matches, with Punk and Moxley and Acclaim versus Swerve and Our Glory for the titles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Acclaim, you think they should have called it audible at All Out? And I don't either.
I think if you do that, you play to the crowd too much.
Yeah.
Build up the anticipation and do what you did at Grand Slam. Mm-hmm.
I'm liking Swerve. Swerve is my guy. I'm liking Swerve as the heel. I like the segment when he interrogated Billy.
Yeah, that was nice. I'm pretty sure he has something to do with that because I mean he's very creative. That's what he does though. I'm pretty sure he has some input on that. To be honest, I love it.
Everybody in this feud is like great. Matchcaster and Bowens are great.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Gunn, Daddy Ass, great. Keith Lee is playing the role of the babyface. Swerve is the heel. So we know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to both take their claim because we can see where the avenues everyone is doing after this match. And our next match we have is the most interesting match in terms of the woman. We have Saraya returning to action in 5 years, taking on Britt Baker, DMD. Now, Paige, I was about to say Paige, no.
Sound like JR, huh?
Nah.
Yeah,
well, I guess her. I mean, Saraya debuted at Grand Slam. Got one of the biggest pops. I was actually like, I actually had goosebumps watching her come out. Not gonna lie. This is the time for them to really build around Saraya. Britt Baker will take the loss tonight.
Yeah, she has to. There's no other choice.
This is a chance to have somebody other than Britt Baker at top of the women's division. And just based alone, this is her comeback match. She has to win this match. So, I'm taking Saraya.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Saraya.
I'm with you.
Okay. So, we are now at the crop. Pretty much. We have
the co-main event, I guess.